Hi, my name's David. I've got a short video that'll show you how to install Viewrail Rod Railing. First thing you want to do is make sure that all of your posts and handrail are in place. If more than one length of rod is necessary, determine which post will be the coupling post. Slide a rod through the post until the rod is through the end post on one end and through the coupling post on the other. Crimp the threaded crimp fitting onto the rod at the end post. All fittings should be crimped 3/16 of an inch from the end of the rod. Now thread the tension receiver onto the threaded crimp fitting 3 full turns. Then seat the tension receiver all the way onto the post. If you're coupling rods, use painter's tape to mark the rod at the coupling post. Pull the rod back and mark 1 inch from the tape and use a hand grinder with a cutting wheel to cut at the mark and remove any burrs. Here's a tip. A thin cutting wheel will cut the rods faster and easier and make fewer burrs. Crimp the coupler fitting onto the rod. Now you'll slide a new rod through the next set of posts and continue the run. Crimp the new rod onto the exposed end of the coupler fitting. All fittings should be crimped 3/16 of an inch from the end of the rod. Making sure that your tension receiver is once again fully seated at the first end post, use painter's tape to mark the inside of the end post. Pull the rod back and mark 1/2 inch from the tape, then cut at the mark. Remove any burrs, then crimp the threaded crimp fitting onto the rod. Slide the rod back into the end post and thread a tension receiver onto the threaded crimp fitting until it's snug. Make sure that the opposite end is fully seated. Repeat these steps until all the rods are in place. Then use an Allen wrench to tension the rods according to the alternating pattern shown here. The instructions we just reviewed are for a flat level run. If you're working on stairs and have an angled run, start at the top. Let gravity work for you. If you're coupling rods, the process is exactly the same as it is on a straight flat run. If you're at the termination post, the only difference is once you mark with the blue tape, you back the rod out and your cut dimension is 1 3/4 inches. You mark that and then cut as before with the grinding wheel. That's all it takes to install Viewrail Rod Railing. Thanks for watching.